Before we get started, I want to tell you that I'm still away from home. We're still doing reruns with my apologies. We got my daddy buried today, and we were able to live stream a video of the service, which is now a video online, and I'll put a link to that in the description if you'd like to see it. He was quite a guy. I'll be here at the farm for another couple more days and then head back home, and then I could whip up some new episodes for you. Meanwhile, I thank you so much for your indulgence and for the people in your life that mean something to you, the people you care about. Do find a way to show them that you love them, and in a way that where actions speak louder than words. Anyone can say anything, but put some action behind it. Do something nice for those that you care about the most. You never know how long you're going to have with them. Alrighty, let's get on with an episode for June 20th. Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for June 20th. June 20th is the 171st day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 172nd in leap years, with 194 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word is amend. Amend is a verb. It means to put right, repair, correct, or make right, or to change or modify something, hopefully for the better, or to alter, especially in phraseology. It can also be used to mean to reform oneself, amend. Amend comes to us from Middle English, Anglo-French before that, and Latin before that. First known use of the word amend is in the 13th century or 1400s. Amend. And with that, we'll start on June 20th, 1819, when a U.S. vessel called the SS Savannah arrived at Liverpool in the United Kingdom. This is significant because it was the first steam-propelled vessel to cross the Atlantic. That said, it did make most of the voyage under sail. Baby steps. Got to start somewhere, right? On June 20th, 1837, Victoria became Queen of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland at the tender age of 18. She was actually fifth in line of succession to the throne when she was born. One by one, those before her in that line of succession died, eventually making Victoria the heir presumptive. By heir presumptive, that means she's next. Since she was still underage when she became heir presumptive, an act was passed to allow for her mother to act as regent until Victoria came of age, should King William IV die before Victoria turned 18. He had a tendency to informality, King William IV did. This endeared him to his subjects. He seemed more like a regular guy. He also said out loud that he wanted to live until Victoria's 18th birthday so that a regency could be avoided. I don't know this, but I get the impression he wasn't that wild about Victoria's mother. Anyway, sure enough, Victoria turned 18 on May 24th of 1830. We are talking about 1837, 1837. And then today, on June 20th, 1837, King William IV died of cardiac failure, also known as a heart attack. He was 71, and Victoria then became queen. She'd led a pretty sheltered life up to that time, so even though she was 18, it was probably a bit like being a little girl, but there you go. She turned out to be a pretty decent monarch. Moving forward, June 20th has been a good day for communications in that Samuel Morse received his patent for the telegraph on June 20th, 1840, and Alexander Graham Bell installed the world's first commercial telephone service in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada on June 20th, 1877. Lizzie Borden was acquitted for the murders of her father and stepmother on June 20th, 1893. And you might remember that day before yesterday, the Empress Dowager Cixi of China had ordered all foreigners to be killed, including foreign diplomats and their families. That was day before yesterday on June 18th, 1900, and today, 2 days later, on June 20th, 1900, the Imperial Chinese Army began a 55-day siege of an area called the Beijing Legation Quarter in Beijing, China, where many foreign diplomats and their families lived. This event was part of what came to be known as the Boxer Rebellion. The race riot broke out in Detroit on June 20th, 1943. It would go on for 3 more days. Oh darn, I forgot to put the date on there. Got it. Jaws. When was the movie Jaws released?
Which one?
That one.
Jaws was released June 20th, 1975.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sorry about that. I forgot to write the year on there. Alrighty, the movie Jaws was released in the United States on June 20th, 1975. My research assistant over there, one of them. It went on to become the highest grossing film of that time and started a trend of films known as summer blockbusters. Today's song is Chapel of Love by the Dixie Cups. This one was number 1 in 1964. Chapel of Love is a song written by Jeff Barry, Ellie Greenwich, and Phil Spector, and was made famous by the Dixie Cups in 1964. Spent 3 weeks on the number 1 spot on the Billboard Hot 100. It's a story song about the happiness and excitement the narrator feels on her wedding day, and she and her sweetheart are going to the Chapel of Love, and they'll never be lonely anymore. Many other artists have recorded the song since then. Chapel of Love by the Dixie Cups, number 1 on June 20th, 1964. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with the link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoyed this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That description lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include a link to my blog page that is called No Really. You can also find me on Rumble, BitChute, and Getter. All those links in that description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.